And I'm live. Oh my gosh. And here she comes. Oh my goodness. Hey, I see already Elizabeth Smart's been in to say hey. Sunny DIY. I likely won't be up by then, but looks delicious by the picture. Oh, thank you, Sunny. It was really good. I made the cookies the other night, and of course those were good. I'm making small batches, because it's just me. I ate those right away, sadly. And so I decided to make it kind of like a cake, more of a cake style. And Scott just surviving. Yes, it was good. Pretty tasty. I think I would have added a little bit more of the peanut butter, though. See if I can say something. I tried to look to see if I didn't want to interrupt anybody else's live, go on at the same time they do. Oh, there she is. There, you dropped it. Good going. She thinks that makes it better if she puts it on the computer. No, if you turn me off. Oh, see, there went something. Lordy, it's not as if she doesn't get a lot of playtime in. Healers are just very energetic. No, I don't want you to drop that on there. No. And of course, she's just like a kid. The minute I'm paying attention to something else, she's got to be right. You can see her. She's all hunkered down, waiting for me to throw it. It's kind of icy outside right now, so I'm not letting her really run because I don't want her to hurt herself by slipping. There's snow, but there's ice right underneath the snow, and she kind of gets a little cattywampus out there, and I don't want her to get hurt. What? Oh, this is Monday. That's right. Yes, this is Monday. I did my Monday mentions this morning. Deb, Simple Grower was my Monday mentions today. Hear the train? Trains don't bother me. Get it? Get it? Don't you argue. You know how much I love you. Oh, then we'll just play tug of war. Oh, until somebody, whoa, until somebody comes on. Hope it's working. I don't want to push any other buttons. Oh, did I mess it up? Ginger? Dang it, she's ornery. You go get it. I'm not going to get it. Fireball Fred. Yeah, it is pretty tasty. I have a lot of you guys are new to my channel, so um, what some of you might not know is that I found out almost 3 years ago that I'm type 2 diabetic. So, but I don't do medications. I don't want to do, I don't want to be on drugs to do it. So I do everything with food. So things that I make are sugar free, but you wouldn't know it. It's really, really good. It's just I substitute with, like, the sugar I use is stevia, or I use monk fruit. Um, those are really the two sweeteners that I use. And the sweet stuff is the hardest to find for a diabetic. So I do a lot of cooking, but I eat lots of meat. So just got to stay away from the pastas, and which kills me. I love pasta, but that, you know, uh, that video will come up tomorrow, and I'll have the recipe, and it's really super super easy to make. And I don't know. I'd like to see more people try it. If you get away from regular sugar, it would help you anyway, even if you weren't diabetic. I admit I do miss having, the real breads and that kind of stuff, but I've done pretty good over the last couple of years. She goes. She can be quiet all day long, and the minute I do something like this, there goes the squeaky toy. You're such a goof, but I love you. Yeah, Fred, it was a real hard pill to swallow. Um, Mine came on because, short story long, when I was pregnant with my son, I got gestational diabetes, which a lot of women, or some women, get that when they're pregnant, and I did with my son. So they told me that when I get older, that I'll have to be mindful and check that stuff. Well, I've done forgot all about that. My son's 26, and when they, at the time, 26 years ago, when they said older, I'm thinking like 70, 80. Not, well, I was 56. Yeah, 56 when I found out. So it was kind of a blow, but thank God for YouTube, because I have found so many recipes and stuff that I might not have found, that I can that I can use. So that's a lot better for me now. And a lot of people with diabetes, like me with type 2 or prediabetes, it's really hard. They don't want to give up. I don't blame them. They don't want to give up their carbs, basically. And, they rather go the option of the medications so that they can have what they want to eat. But there's a lot of complications with those medications, too. Hey, Maggie Brophy. I'm doing good. I've still got, I can't wear my mask. I still have a little bit of irritation, so I haven't been able to do any of my my tumblers epoxy because I can't wear my mask. But other than my sinuses, which that's a given, some of them I'll have to deal with. Hi there, hi. Your typing is kind of like mine, and I don't even have fat fingers, but they behave like fat fingers. That's for sure. I always have to look at what I'm texting or typing before I push send. Lordy, I have sent quite the messages to people. If I don't watch before I send it, I get a what? My typing is bad all the time. Yep, I always gotta. Oh, goodness, excuse me. I always gotta look at everything I type before I send it. That's for sure. I had a guy when I was down in South Texas. Oh, Fred, my goodness, spell check screws up everything I plan on typing. Uh, it's yeah, I don't get along with spell check at all. I had a young guy when I was in South Texas hauling oil down there, and I was working so much. I had at the time I had no, I went down from 5 horses to 4. One of my old horses passed, and so I had 4 horses, and I didn't have time to ride them, so I hired a young guy to come out and ride my horses for me, to keep them legged up so that when I had a day off, I could ride. And I sent him a text real quick. I didn't hear anything. And he called me. He goes, What did you mean? And I was like, What do you mean? What did I mean? I meant, if you're available on these days, can you come? He says, I think you need to read your text. Oh my gosh, I was so embarrassed. It didn't even come out like that. It was so now and he was a young guy, thinking this old lady was hitting on him, I'm sure. Hi, Ren, how are you? Howie, how are you? I saw you do another live today. I was cooking and uh you guys, I have been binge watching YouTube uh, Disneyland videos because one of the things, if I do another bucket list video, one of the things on my bucket list is to go to Disneyland. Y'all want to go to Disneyland with me? I'm just, I want to go before I'm too old to enjoy it. Irene, I am pretty good. Pretty dang good, I gotta say. I missed your live. I had went on your tree planting video and did that. And then I jumped on somebody else's videos trying to catch up. And by the time I caught up and saw that your live was already done, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the hard part of getting behind. I'm so glad. How's your English coming, Arjen? I bet it's getting a lot better. You're doing really good. I got to get caught up on yours too. Some of them I don't understand them, and I don't watch them all the way through because I'm not quite sure what it's about, but definitely, Howie. I was really bummed. I was really bummed. I like catching everybody's lives because it's like me for this. I just feel like I'm actually, well, I am actually talking to y'all, but it just feels more engaging this way. You know, one of the hard parts of me not homesteading anymore, I that's how I grew up homesteading. So the things, even watching Howie's food forest permaculture, God, the knowledge Howie has is just insane. And I think back when I had my place, I could have used so much of that information, would have helped me a lot. But I muddled through, I did what I could. Oh, I know Disneyland. I think I could really, really enjoy Disneyland now. I can't do like whoop de doo rides, but I love roller coasters and like the water rides, and I don't know. I'm getting in touch right now with a travel agent, uh, because when I leave next fall, I'm hoping I can get some good camping videos on the way down to Arizona. I'll camp probably two or three places, and then when I get to Las Vegas, uh, for hey Rich Life, how are you? So I'll camp three or four places, and then when I get to Las Vegas, for the NFR, I'll video the NFR this time. I have a couple videos of the NFR back in 2015, but sometimes I don't remember the video. I forget, but now I will really try to do it. And then after I'll be in Vegas for a couple of weeks, and then I'll leave there, and head over to Arizona, because I do want to. I have friends that I drive truck with, because I drive truck in the oil field up here in North Dakota, and they headed to Arizona this winter. So they're giving me the skinny on everything, and so next fall that's where I'll go, and I'm plan on riding in a lot of areas down there. Go to the RTR. Um, the van build. I want to meet a lot of people at the van build, and I want to ride over. Oh shoot! Ride over at the Superstition Mountains. Uh, there's a lot of places I wanna ride, but I'll leave Arizona probably in February because that's when I want to go to Disneyland. I'm looking for the place in California right now where I can actually keep my horse and stay in my horse trailer, and then just go to Disneyland. I want to go there for 3 or 4 days, and then I'll leave there and head over to New Mexico because I want to visit with Susie and Bill at Out West Homestead, and hang out with them and ride for a couple days. And then from there, I'll camp a couple of places because I only travel like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours at a time. And then I stop for 3 or 4 days and camp. Um, and, but my next big ride, I'm going to do another beach ride out of South Padre National Seashore. Oh, that's hard to spit out. I used to put on trail rides, and I put on a couple trail rides out there. And so I want to do another beach ride out there. And then from there, I'll work my way back up to North Dakota. Okay, Howie, thank you so much for popping in. Um, Now, I didn't see, did you do what is it called? Where you can schedule your live? Because I didn't see anything like that for your last live. Yep, Maggie and Brophy. Yeah, I'm looking really forward to it. I was gonna try to go down there earlier, uh, but I think it might be too cold still in February. So I thought maybe the beginning of March would be a good time to go down and hang out for a little bit and ride. Uh, so that's my goal. So I don't know. We'll see. I had to save lots of money. But this summer, y'all know, I'm hoping a couple of you. I'm really hoping that Scott and Jeannie with Outdoor Adventures and Travels, they're going to try to work it where they can come out and visit me this summer and go on the truck with me for a day or so. And they're going to do some camping and we'll do some camping together. And I'm really hoping they can do that. And then win some money in Vegas. Yeah, I don't know about that. I forget to gamble. I, I just forget to gamble. I'm not a really big gambler. Oh gosh, quit it! You're gonna hang up on these people. Don't. Good lord. Um, what was I? Now she done made me forget. Dang it. So anyway, if y'all saw that picture of my dessert, I only have one piece left, y'all. It is so good. That video will be out day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is a tattoo video. So you'll have to check that one out. Um, but this summer, I'm hoping Jeannie and Scott can come out. Hopefully, they said their vacation is around June. And then if somebody can come out like in July, even just for a couple of days and camp, and go on the big truck with me and check out the oil field, and that would be cool too. And then, well, I belong to the Backcountry Horsemen, and so we've got a couple of scheduled rides and stuff that hopefully I'll be able to show you guys some really good video then. I'll tell you. Oh, Tracy, it was good. Oh, man, it was good. The cookies, see, the first batch I made was cookies, and they were really good. If you could just smell the chocolate in this little hotel room or whatever you want to call it, it was just really mouth watering. And so this time, I was going to make cookies again, and I thought, I got an idea. And so I added a little bit of peanut butter and made it like the brownies. Oh God, it was so good. It was so good. So you have to wait and get the recipe for that. Um, so if anybody wants to come out, if you have a way to camp, like a camper or something, you can come out and hang out, for a few days with me out in the oil field, and let you use my metal detector, and it'll be fun. You know, Staying in North Dakota this winter, it's been a double-edged sword, you guys. Yeah, I can cook, and do my crafts, but it's making me crazy. I need to get out and do some stuff, and my horse is just out in the middle of nowhere. And like today, it was snowing this morning, and then the sun came out, but there's ice all over, so it's just snow-covered ice. And yeah, I'm ready for spring. I'm ready to get a life. I'm not used to being so uh, stationary. And if you notice on my videos now, I learned how to do the end cards. So I will put um, a couple of past videos for y'all if you want to go watch them to kind of see more. Not every, I have over 575 videos. And not everybody goes back and watches the old videos. So I'll put one up there, and you can check it out. It'll be everything from my riding, trail riding, to driving truck in the oil field, to camp, whatever. It'll be different. sequestered. Yeah. But another thing I'm doing, and I'm hoping people watch till the end, uh, on Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays, those are completely dedicated to you guys. That's where my heart goes. So, and I appreciate being able to have y'all as friends, and so that's why I do what I do. I'm not looking for any accolades, not doing it anything like that. I have the opportunity to do it, so I do it. I started doing this last year. The only thing different that I'm doing are the my what's my Saturday one? I never can remember what I say. Yeah, Tracy, you'd think I'd be farther along, but I'm really not that interesting. So that's why I'm not some big YouTuber. Uh, oh, my Shameless Plug Saturdays. And I got that from Miss Susie out West Homestead. She got that from Popple Backyard Homestead, and it's just kind of snowballed. And that's just been a blessing. So uh, that was a good thing. But rolling videos for people, I've always had a lot of devices, so why not? I'm not looking for any kind of pats on the back. Why not? You know, I know how hard it is. Look at, I've got, like I said, over 575 videos, and my hours, I've got less than 550 hours total for the whole time that I've been. It's hard to get that 4,000 hours. So if I can help somebody, why not? It doesn't cost me anything, nothing. My Monday mentions, I want to. That's I want to support y'all. Support me. Y'all come and talk to me. I don't have anything real interesting to say. It's just my life, my diary. That's why I do it. Something to look back on, for my family to look back on, future grandkids to look back on. I'm not a showman, obviously. Look at, I still got. I made sauteed shrimp tonight. Oh, it was so good. But I flung butter everywhere. Yeah, I don't go to dinner very often. Mm. Oh, Tracy. Yeah, well, out where you live, it's probably hard. I have got an AT&T Wi-Fi thing that I've had that now. I've been doing that now for 4 or 5 years. It costs me $50 a month, completely unlimited. I can put 10 devices on it, no problem. It works crazy good. So, there's very rare that I don't have internet connection. Going through Nebraska is about the only place that I don't have good anything, whether it's cell phone or anything. Hey, Shelly, is that you, Shelly? T&S Dogs and Dragonfly Farm. You're like me, you got a really long name. Yeah, Miss Ginger keeps poking her head up. I'll throw her toy now. I hit her toy. There she goes. That's the only toy that she has had that she has not been able to destroy that squeaks. Lord. No. Oh, you don't argue with me. I put her in the bathroom. Okay, no, you're not going to get up here. No more. Can't I have a life outside you? Oh my gosh, you're a crazy woman. So I've got the video of making, I don't know if you'd call it, because it's not a cookie because I made it in my little Pyrex dish. It's not really a brownie. It's like a cakey brownie, I guess. So, like I said, when I put the recipe in the description, somebody's gonna have to start trying my stuff. It's really good. Great Danes. I almost got a Great Dane, and I did a lot of research, and I'm too soft-hearted. And it said we talked about their life expectancy, and I couldn't do that. I get so attached. Um, Healers, like my last two healers, uh, they were 16 and 17 when they passed, and that was hard enough, you know. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Are you working? Are you off work? Um, I'll tell you, boy, I'm ready to get back to work. I'm not. You guys, I may wake up. It might be 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, but I go right back to sleep. I've never done that before. And so I'm not like waking up till 8 in the morning. I have never done that before. Oh, darling. Shelly, I'm sorry. See, I stick to healers. Those are so hardy. My heart breaks for you. Yeah. Well, cool, Elizabeth. I got another dessert for you to try. It is so good. Doyle with Blue Bike and Doyle asked me when I was doing all my egg stuff because I buy an 18 pack of eggs every week. Why? Because I have to use them. I don't have the option of being able to buy pre-made stuff, uh, just because of all the crap that's in it. As a diabetic, I can't have all, so I have to make everything. And usually everything you make has an egg in it. So, and then my favorite breakfast is basically chorizo and egg. And I'll have chorizo and scramble up 3 eggs with it, and that is so yummy. I probably should redo that since that video had cut off, and I don't know. Have any of you had chorizo? Have cooked with chorizo before? We used to always put it in our chili also. It is so good. I've been so tempted because I'm ready to get back to work. Man, it would be different if, Dickinson had a lot of stuff to do in the winter, but there really isn't. You don't like chorizo? Well, I love it. Elizabeth, it is good. I mean, it gives you that slight spicy Mexican taste. It is just really good. I like it. It's just February, and I've been tempted to text my boss, to see if the same semi I was in last year is still there at the yard. But I'm afraid if I text him, then he'll want me to come back. Now, I live in Dickinson, but I work out of Sidney, Montana, and that's about 2.5 hours away. So I don't want him calling me saying, "Hey, can you come and drive 2.5 hours over there for a day and then coming back?" It's not worth it. Your husband, that's so funny. I was watching him. I watched you guys. Well, because I messaged about that on your air fryer. I really want one now. I didn't even think about those doing meat, and I could tell he was Mexican. I am too. I'm Hispanic. I just don't have that Spanish twang or that Spanish. I don't know what you call it. Nobody ever thinks that I'm Spanish. I can't wait to get my. I don't know if any of you watched the live where I talked about my son and I had got that. What is that thing where you spit in and they check your DNA or your whatever? We did one of those, so I can't wait to see what that comes back as, because my whole life I've been told I'm primarily Spanish and French. But I'm pretty sure I'm Heinz 57. But those are the primary ones that I am. Elizabeth, if I can do it, like I have this place paid up until April, so it probably won't be. I'll get a hold of my boss probably about the 20th of April. Ancestry, yes, that's the one I did. So I've still got half of February and March and all of April, and I'm going nuts. My son's like, well, you can go to work. No, because I don't, I don't want to do that to somebody because I wouldn't be staying. I drive truck. That's what I do. That's what I love to do, and I make a lot of money doing that. I make a lot of money doing that so that I can only work. I only have to work 5-6 months, so I can take the winter off. Um, So yeah, and I enjoyed the beginning part of being here because if y'all remember, I don't know who saw my X-rays from the chiropractor because I was really having some back issues, and I just thought, oh crap, I'm not ready to get this old. And the back was like, oh my gosh, it looked like a roller coaster, and so that kind of had slowed me down because I was having so many back problems. But then I started going to the chiropractor, so it feels a lot better. I still feel it, but it's not like it was. I just have to be more diligent about it. Um, but once I started feeling better that way, being stuck, not going anywhere, and really nothing to do has just made me crazy. I don't like it. And it's not, like I said, I can't just go see my horse. He's out in the middle of nowhere. He's out being a horse. He's on acreage I would never find him. When I finally do go find him, I'm probably going to have my son go walk out and get him because, uh, well, it's the hills. uh, Either that or take the 4-wheeler out and hunt him down. I could do that too, but I can't wait to get back in the saddle. This is the longest I have not ridden. This last summer working, um, sucked because we had so much rain. And if you guys saw the pictures and stuff of Domino, and he's black, but he was brown. He was nothing but big old mud clots and sticker. Oh, it was awful. So I didn't get much enjoyment there for riding. Shelly, what kind of air fryer did you get? I can't remember. I don't think I looked on your video. I don't want a big one, and I don't really want a real expensive one. Everything I get has got to go and be usable in my horse trailer. I have got a really nice generator, inverter, quiet generator. No, I don't want to check that out right now. I got Pinterest popping in. Um, And then when I'm working, I have access to electricity, so that's not a big deal. New wave, I think. Okay. Because that's one thing I got to get, and an ice maker. I go through quite a bit of ice. Here at this little motel, they've got an ice machine, and I use a lot of it. What are you looking at me for? Your toy's way over there. You already went potty, and you got food. Come here. No, now I want you to be nice. It's not play. It's not playtime. Gosh, I gripe about her being so crazy, but I'm gonna miss it. Don't you hate it when your phone goes off? We get North Dakota seeking pardon to. Oh, they're doing the marijuana thing again. It's 21 degrees right now. So anyway, I have just been binging on Disneyland videos, trying to find out about Disneyland. I want to go so bad because when I leave Arizona, that's the direction I'm going to go. If I can get everything worked out, it'll be probably the end of February. Oh gosh, yeah, she's a superstar in the truck. Um, if you go in the search bar and look up uh, the Ginger Show, or it'll probably pop up. She has been in a semi since she was 8 weeks old. She doesn't know any different. She loves it. In fact, even my pickup, she goes absolutely berserk if I go out and start the pickup and she's still in here because she knows she might get left. Wow, really? I didn't. You can make all kinds of stuff in that then, Shelley. Huh? Tell your hubby he needs to make more videos. Uh, I just started making diabetic friendly tortillas. Really good. I finally kind of perfected. I haven't perfected them to be like flour tortillas, but the corn tortillas, pretty dang good. Pretty dang good, I have to say. And if you're on a low carb kind of diet, or mine is because I'm pre-diabetic or diabetic, I'm type 2 diabetic, but because I eat the way I eat, I'm considered pre-diabetic because I keep my numbers really low. Yeah, and I never was a real big corn tortilla eater. Well, I am now. And I use that same recipe to make crackers. I use my dehydrator. I have an Excalibur dehydrator. I have another video where I made Parmesan and garlic crackers. I made just regular plain crackers, and they taste just like wheat thins. Pretty good. I'm already out of my pickles. Can't look at her. So funny. I think we're both itching to get back in the truck. She's, I've always driven, except for when I was in South Texas, I drove a day cab. I drove for big company neighbors and hauled oil. In fact, um, in my video, which video? Well, if you start watching my videos till the end, like I said, I put a couple videos of my past videos, and then I also I just pick a random channel of you guys. You know that if you're if you're involved with me in my channel, I just pick on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just a random channel, and I promote you at the end. And so I've got a couple of driving videos. Well, dinners. Oh, you too, Shelly. Thank you. Enjoy your tacos. Okay, thank you, Maggie and Brophy. Like I said, if you watch, I since I learned how to do the end cards, I've been putting ones in there that I'm hoping people will get a kind of a better picture because of me and what I do. I don't, you know, people who are homesteaders, that's kind of what they do. That's their niche. People who are builders or what, that's their niche. I don't have a niche. I kind of do all kinds of crap. So you might drive and truck, in the summertime, that's what I do. So you'll see a lot of truck driving videos. And then on my day off, if it's nice, I might be riding or take my metal detector out. Or this summer, I will be getting a four-wheeler. So can't wait for that. I Yeah, I got a lot more plans. Like I said, my channel is kind of evolving more, incorporating y'all in it versus just being my diary for my family and friends. So makes it kind of fun. I kind of makes me start doing a bunch of stuff. And Scott SD Mountain Man, if you watch this on the later one, as soon as I can start wearing my mask again, which hopefully by this weekend, because I don't know if you can see, I've still got the irritation from that, so I can't wear the mask. I'll get your cup finished and sent out to you. I'm so bummed. You know, I never grew up in school having acne or pimples. I didn't have any of that. I didn't have to go through any of that. So this is like, I know it was an irritation. It's not really the same thing. But now I know what people like who have had to deal with acne. It's kind of frustrating. Elizabeth, what is the weather where you're at? What did I say the weather was right now? It's in the 20s. Oh, she hears dogs. 23 degrees. And I'm drinking iced tea. Love my iced coffee or iced tea. We're going to get another cold spell, though. Tomorrow's 36, but then Wednesday is 17, Thursday is 15, and then Friday is 40. Ugh, yeah. North Dakota is like, here, hold my beer. It'll change. 43 in New York. Wow, is that high for New York? I always think of New York as like Alaska weather or something. I know when I watch Nona Grace and she's out bebopping around, whatever you're getting, girl, don't. I can see you in here. She's like, oops. Oh, she went and laid over at the other end now. Oh, goofy weather. Well, I'm so hoping to get to do some more fun stuff before, this winter. Being stagnant like this has been really hard for me. Yet Nona is, well, her name is Mary Grace.